His name is Sigmund Freud. When he was 20 years old, he changed his name for Sigmund Freud. He was born on Freiburg, currently now as Czechoslovakia, on May 6, 1856. His father was a businessman. He was 41 years of age when Sigmund was born, and his mother was 20 years old. Sigmund caused a familiar problems due to his father having another family. In consequence, he was curious, was going to improve their intelligence. In 1816, the Sigmund family moved to Vienna because they had many economic problems. In 1873, he finished high school with excellent grades. He was going to be a lawyer, but he changed his mind. When he was halfway through his medicine career, he changed to biology investigation. He might have worked in the laboratory of the psychology. Ernest von Bruck from 1876 from 1882. In the same years, he was going to meet Martha Bernays, who could be his future wife. He strengthened his friendship with the Viennese physician Joseph Breuer, who was 14 years older for him. He decided to study the human condition with scientific rigor instead of law. For example, the nerve structure in animal and human brain anatomy. He always thought he would practice to investigation, but he didn't because he started to work as a doctor at Tyrol in 1881. From July 1882 to August 1885, he worked in many departments of the Vienna General Hospital. He could decide to specialize in neuropsychology. After, he could have become a member of the Vienna School of Medicine, where he taught all through his career, first neuropathology and then psychiatry under the direction of Jean-Martin Charcot, by then the most important French neurologist. It was during this period that he would begin to study manifestation of hysteria and the effect of the hypnosis. When he arrived to Vienna, he married with Martha in September 1886. In the 10 years following the wedding, they had 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls, and the youngest was to become a child psychoanalyst. In 1895, Freud started with his first idea about psychoanalysis. After 1 year, he would began to transfer therapeutic methodology that was described as catharsis. In base of hypnosis, in what he called the method is free association. He was working alone, victim on the content of the other doctors. Training his passion led him to build the essential element of the psychoanalysis. For example, anxiousness, repression, and transfer. In 1899, he would write a book called The Interpretation of Dream. Look at this. In 1905, he published 3 contributions to the sexual theory, the second most important of this work. In 1906, Sigmund was beginning to attract more fans, who worked some night at home in order to orient themselves in the field of psychoanalysis investigation until it was consolidated as a psychoanalysis society. In the spring of 1909, at the invitation of Carl Gustav Jung, held in Salzburg's Prime Psychoanalysis Society. In 1910, he founded the International Psychoanalysis Society, and Sigmund Jung was appointed as a president, who retained the presidency until 1940. The published Introduction to Psychoanalysis in 1916. In 1923, he was diagnosed with mouth cancer, and he had undergone the first of a series of interventions. In 1933, he embarked to the road of exile to London, following the Arches. Sigmund Freud died on September 23, 1939. Strong activity, no decline. His major contributions were in the period according to the research.